It looks like there's some big changes coming to DMZ Season 4 Reloaded, specifically to the part of the game that I hate the most, the bit that I've wanted them to change so much, it sounds like they're doing something with it. There's also a few things missing, so some things that I'm pretty sure we can expect not to get in Season 4 Reloaded for DMZ. Maybe some things that you were hoping that you were going to get. So in this video, I'm going to take you through all the details, and we're getting all of this information from this blog post. So this is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty Warzone Season 4 Reloaded What You Need to Know blog post. It's a bit of a mouthful, but there you go. They've got the roadmap there, and you can see that we're getting some new camo challenges, the diabolical camo challenges. We're getting some new superpowers in Warzone. I think that's just in Warzone, it's not in DMZ. They're doing some The Boys themed map updates, so it looks like some bits of graffiti and some street art and billboards and things like that. The new Boys operator bundles, I've talked a bit on Twitter about what I think about that. And then some other things that are coming to Warzone. So we're getting Battle Royale is coming to Vondel. That means that we've got a new Gulag also coming to Vondel. There's going to be the zipline things that you can deploy yourself, so ones that you can carry around as a field upgrade, like we had in Caldera. There's also going to be the occupation scan, which we also had in Warzone 1, you know, where when it's like a public event, when it pings off, everyone has to go prone, otherwise you show up on the minimap. There's also going to be the signals intelligence contract is moving over from DMZ to Warzone. Now it'll be timed, but you go around, hit a bunch of other contracts and make some money. That's the portable redeploy drone. That's what it's called, not the pocket zipline thing. But you're going to be able to use that. So that's kind of cool. It does say there, unlike the personal redeploy drones in the past, the portable redeploy drone can only be employed by a single operator, which I think is kind of cool because it means that you're not going to have entire teams dropping in, at least not as easily as you did before. And it also says instead of using cables like a zipline to go up, the operator hangs onto the drone itself in order to fly into the air. So you're going to like pull a drone out of your pocket and then fly up like Mary Poppins. That's going to be kind of crazy. But anyway, the really interesting bit is this last paragraph here, late breaking intel DMZ. And it says, prior to the patch notes drop on July 12th, which is Wednesday, when more details will be revealed, in Season 4 Reloaded, DMZ should expect new options for plea for help, new mechanics for assimilation. Additionally, squads specifically hunting other players may find themselves the target of a new hunt contract. So, that last part I think is the clearest part, so we'll deal with that first. It sounds like anyone who has killed other players in the game already is more likely to be the target of the hunt contract. Or maybe there's going to be a new hunt contract that lets you specifically go after PvP players. If it's the latter thing, if it's just like there's a new type of contract that lets you go after PvP players, I'm not sure how many people will do that, because I think lots of people want an easy kill. They want to take out those people who don't know how to fight in DMZ, and therefore they'll just avoid those ones. But if it is just whenever someone picks up a hunt squad contract, it focuses on people who are already doing PvP, I think that's awesome, because it's super frustrating if you're trying to get a difficult mission done and then you get a hunt squad contract on you. Me and Flynn had one the other day where we had, in one round, 3 hunt squad contracts on us, which was absolutely ridiculous, especially when there's only 2 of us. So that sounds like that might be a way to kind of balance out the people who go super aggro, who get into PvP. They'll be able to have a bit more PvP, which is awesome, and it might help to leave alone the other players. The other part where it says new options for plea for help and new mechanics for assimilation, this is the bit that's got me really interested. We don't know what they are. Obviously, we'll find out more about this on Wednesday, but I've wanted them to change this for a long while. I think assimilation essentially is broken. Like the fact that you can assimilate up to a team of 6 super easily, and there's very little downside for doing so. Like if you get killed by a team, why not plea for help? Why not have a chance of getting some of your stuff back, being able to extract and things like that? Like, why wouldn't you do that? And it's a bonus for everyone because then you get into being a team of 6, and then fighting any other team is much easier because you outnumber them. Me and Flynn playing together just as a 2, the number of times we get completely outnumbered by teams of 6, it sucks. I absolutely hate it. So I would love it if they've added, when it says new mechanics for assimilation, maybe there'll be some kind of trade-off for it. I know Stod and Westy have talked about the idea of there maybe being some drawbacks for being a squad. You know, like you have 4 people in your squad and then you show up on the minimap for everyone, or you have 5 people on your squad and you can't use the minimap yourself, or you have 6 people in your squad and you can't res people anymore. Like just having increasingly severe drawbacks would be pretty cool. Or maybe it'll be something else, you know, where like you can only do it if you've got a bunch of money, like it costs a bunch of money to assimilate. Or if you do it, that means that you're going to lose your exfil streak or something, like just some kind of drawback. I think that's what there needs to be. Hopefully they're not making it even easier. Then also when it says new options for plea for help, I do wonder if they're going to do something like maybe you'll be able to plea for help without assimilating, sort of say to someone, okay, you killed me, you took my stuff, fair enough. Can you get me back up so I can finish my mission? And then they could res you, and maybe there'll be like a grace period of like 30 seconds where you can't hurt each other, but you're not actually in each other's squad, and you could do that for free. I think that would be really cool. That would be a nice thing, because there's plenty of times where me and Flynn will kill someone, and then it's like, oh, they were actually solo, and they weren't really a threat to us. We've taken their free plate or whatever it was that we needed from them. We could just get them back up, but I don't really want them in my team. I don't want them messing up our objectives. I don't want them making it so our exfil takes too long or anything like that. So it'd be cool if you could just like get people back up without actually having to get them in your team. And to me, like when it says new options for plea for help, I'm kind of struggling to think what else that could be. Unless they set up like some whole new system where it's like you could like bid, you know, you could say, hey, if you get me back up, I'll give you $100,000 or something like that. That would be kind of a cool system, you know, hey, I've got this gold skull, you can have that if you do it. Although if they've killed you, they can just take all of your money and your gold skull, so that doesn't work. Maybe take money out of your wallet or something like that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what your ideas are. What are you hoping this is? What are you hoping to see with the new plea for help and assimilation stuff? And then finally, I think the other thing that's worth noting about this, it does go on to talk about, you know, there's a new weapon, there's a new auto shotgun, which I'm sure will be a lot of fun for people. The other thing that's notable about the Season 4 Reloaded blog is that there's nothing else in DMZ. There's nothing else for DMZ. So I wouldn't be expecting new missions. I wouldn't be expecting new points of interest. You know, we're not going to be getting something like Building 21 or Koshai Complex or anything like that. New quests, new bosses. It doesn't sound like we're getting anything new. This like assimilation change is really it. On top of, you know, having some new operators and having the new weapon. That shotgun, I imagine, will probably be an absolute nightmare. Like right now, the broadside is an absolute nightmare. Check out my video I posted earlier if you want to see me and Flynn absolutely destroying teams using that. Normally when a new gun comes out, it tends to be pretty good. So the fact that it's a new fully auto shotgun, that could be a problem, but we'll see. As always, on Wednesday, as soon as they post the information about this and we find out what's actually going on with DMZ, I'll post another video, update you, chat about all of that, let you know my thoughts. And then when this update goes live, which will be 5 o'clock UK time on Wednesday, as soon as I've got it downloaded and installed, we'll be streaming, we'll be going and having a look at all of these new things and trying out some of these new assimilation mechanics. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.